Welcome to Cruise Industry News, Volume 17 for February the 18th, 2019. We post videos on cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves. We have a weekly episode of Cruise Industry News and the new feature on this channel called Chillie Chats. If you'd like to keep up with any of those, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner at any time during this video. On Wednesday of this week, the Carnival Sunshine was on its way to Grand Turk when the ship deviated its course to come to the aid of a cargo ship. The Tropic Scout was in distress with 7 people on board. The ship had listed due to cargo shifting during bad weather. The Sunshine escorted her into Grand Turk. It's been a really bad week for the Norwegian Epic. It all started out when the ship had engine issues that resulted in power failures on board, causing it to cancel ports of call of Tortola and St. Thomas, and instead divert to San Juan for emergency repairs. As the Epic was trying to land at San Juan, it slammed into 2 mooring sections and totally destroyed them, along with some slight damage to the hull. Eventually, the Epic did get underway from San Juan, but had to cancel the scheduled port of call of Great Stirrup Cay in the Bahamas. Just to complicate matters further, it was announced that the ship would be some 12 hours late, arriving in Port Canaveral, screwing up all of the de-embarkation times of the passengers and screwing up the embarkation of the next cruise. Wow, what a mess. Norwegian Cruise Line then announced that the February 16th Western Caribbean sailing was modified to a 5-day sailing rather than a 7. And they'll issue a 50% refund on the cruise fare paid, 50% future cruise credits, $300 per person, airfare change charges, and hotels. The Grand Classica cruise ship was denied entry into Cuba on Friday, even though the cruise line had prior approval. Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line ended up sailing to an alternative port. The Cuban government gave no real reason, calling it a paperwork snafu. The cruise ship, which is being chartered to Viva Travel, was sailing a one-time cruise. Many guests on board were set to have family embark the ship once it docked. The call to Havana was one of the main reasons for booking the cruise to start with. On last week's Valentine's Day, across the entire Carnival Cruise Line fleet, more than 1,000 couples said, "I do," and tied the knot. In addition, the cruise line was hosting the biggest vow renewal at sea during special evening festivities on each ship. MSC Cruises' new mega ship, the MSC Bellissima, is almost ready for its maiden voyage. It's left the shipyard on its way to Southampton for the naming ceremony on March the 2nd, and will go on its voyage soon after, and will be the largest ship ever launched at the port. That wraps up this episode of Cruise Industry News. If you'd like to keep up with Cruise Industry News, Chillie's Chats, the latest in cruise ship, ports of call, and cruises themselves, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, and we'll see you on a cruise real soon.